Despite the late game push given by Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers, they were unable to come up with a W last weekend against the Cleveland Browns. Let's talk about it.
I'm from the foe, you dig?
Welcome back to The Way I See It with Jamario Rashad. We are here to discuss this, can't call it a beatdown, but a series of unfortunate events that took place last Sunday with my Carolina Panthers. I have a few takeaways from the game that I'm going to get into, and I'm not going to waste you all's time. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe this video, and let's get right on into it. Now, the first thing I want to bring up immediately is, of course, our new quarterback, Baker Mayfield. In my opinion, Baker struggled pretty much the entire game. I know the rebuttal to that would probably be that he had the late game, heroics in the fourth quarter, but that was actually pretty much all encompassed in one big play to Robbie Anderson that, was a busted coverage and, just about anybody could do. So I can't give him credit for a defensive mishap. Although he made the throw, that is his job. He didn't do anything spectacular in that case. Baker's height comes into play a lot, and I brought this up in my pregame breakdown, as well as my breakdown of how I thought Baker Mayfield would be in this offense. His lack of height led to a lot of pass deflections, and with him working with a new offensive line, them struggling and him being forced to roll out a lot, he was not able to showcase much ability outside of the pocket either. He could not keep his hands on the ball. I know some of that may be on the center, but he had 4 fumbles and he also threw an interception. I did not expect that. I expected this to be some type of a revenge game for Baker Mayfield, but he wasn't able to put any of that together this past weekend. And I don't think that's all on him. I believe that's somewhat to do with personnel. I said before the season started that Baker Mayfield had always been in the system supported by a 2-back system that was very effective, as well as he always had two tight ends that he was able to throw down the middle of the field and utilize the middle of the field without having to go outside the numbers and always needing to utilize an X receiver. That's why his best receiver was Jarvis Landry, somebody that moved all over the field, not only on the boundary but in the slot to utilize the middle of the field, because that's where Baker thrives. We don't necessarily have that here in Carolina, and that's not on him, but it's something that we do depend on him to be able to overcome. Ian Thomas, although he had that big play, that was just another, yet again, busted coverage. That was something that was a mistake on the defense. Yeah, we were able to execute through it, but it's not something of our doing. So I think that may continue to be a struggle. So when Baker Mayfield's overall debut with the Panthers, I think it was a letdown, but later on in this video, I'm going to get into some of the reasons why, because he was not supported very well when it comes to play calling and other things. So with that being said, you all leave your comments below. What do you think? What did you think of Baker Mayfield's his inaugural game with the Carolina Panthers? I think it'll get better as time meshes, but this was not the best showing, and if I had to gauge my promise for the team off this performance, I would give it about a 5. So you all leave your comments down below, and we're gonna move on to the next segment. Hold on, I'm pointing. Okay, no, wait. This guy right here, I don't know what he was doing, and I don't think he knows what he was doing, or he hasn't attended practice or maybe watched film to be aware of who our weapons are on this offense, as well as who we have invested our draft stock into over the past 5 years to make this thing go. The combination of Christian McCaffrey, Mr. 1000 and 1000 himself, as well as our number 1, DJ Moore, only touched the ball 18 times. 18 times. DJ Moore only had 4 freaking targets. I'm sitting up here. I'm looking at the screen. I am begging the entire game. Come on, give me a couple of screens. Give me a quick slant. Give me something. Just get the ball in the guys. They would not do it. And then when they ran McCaffrey, it wasn't off tackle. It wasn't any counters. They wanted to run him power as if he's Jerome Bettis or something. I cannot freaking stand that, yo. It is terrible. This guy sucks. I don't care what anybody says. He sucks. He didn't do Baker any freaking favors because, again, why are you not getting the ball quickly to your playmakers? It's as simple as that. I watched the game in such disgust with the offensive play calling because Ben McAdoo was absolutely freaking terrible, man. Terrible. Terrible sets, terrible play calling. Man, I don't want to see anything like that. DJ Moore, he has had 1,000 yards the last 4 seasons with Sam Darnold and Teddy Bridgewater, man. Quit playing. Quit playing. He needs the ball. Get him the ball. It rips me, like, y'all do not understand. Well, if you're a Panthers fan, you maybe do understand. That tore me. I was burning up. McAdoo is trash. Do better. Do better. Pitch the ball out to McCaffrey. Get those little check downs going. Get the ball to DJ on some bubble screens, some quick slants. Do something. Get the ball in your playmakers' hands, man. This is terrible. Just terrible play calling. And that's pretty much all I have to say on this topic as well. So you all let me know, what did you think of Mr. McApoo? Can't call not dip nothing. What did y'all think of his play calling overall this past Sunday when he, in terms of what he was able to execute against the vaunted Browns defense? Excuse me, because it was not much of anything in my opinion. So go ahead and leave your comment for that. Moving on now. I mean below. So moving on. Tempering my emotions at the moment. We're going to move into the other side of the ball because it wasn't all offense. It was not all offense. We were able to do what amounted to pretty much absolutely nothing with Myles Garrett. He absolutely destroyed Ekwonu the entire game. He was only able to get, I believe, 2 sacks and 3 total tackles for loss. But the amount of pressure that he was able to put on Baker Mayfield and the amount of hurries that he had was just, like, crazy. We could do absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, to stop Myles Garrett. I guess, think about this something this isn't necessarily the other side of the ball now that I thought about it. But yeah, we could do nothing to stop Myles Garrett. Our offensive line struggled like mightily. Although Baker, like I said, his height and all of his mobility and all of this stuff may come into question, causing his overall, his tangible abilities to lessen his, overall talent level or natural talent level. The offensive line gave him no time back there or any extra ability to do just about anything. So I can't put it all on Baker because this guy, Myles Garrett, just absolutely destroyed him. And then again, for offensive play calling and who puts this stuff together, why is he not getting doubled? Why do we have so much trust in a rookie to block a defensive player of the year and what could amount to be a grudge game due to what has been said in the media as of late about Baker wanting to kick their ass? Like, how can we do that? That's just bad coaching all around. I hate it to see the season start off that way. We have to do better than that. If Baker is going to be the commodity that everybody wants to come in and be the savior of the team, we at least have to keep him upright. That's at least we can do. If he can't provide from that point forward, that is on him. But it is on the coaching staff, the offensive line, and the people that put those guys into place to make sure that he at least has time to read the field. That goes back to McAdoo and the people that make the decisions. So Myles Garrett just pretty much dominated, man. It's not gonna be every week that you go against a defensive player of the year caliber, defensive lineman. So I'm not too worried about this being a repetitive thing. Now, if it happens against a lesser caliber player, I may worry a little bit more. But right now, I'm just disappointed that this happened during this game. So again, leave your comments below. What do you think, or what did you think about the Myles Garrett matchup and the indecision that was made to do anything about it? There was no change up, no stunts, no helps, no nothing. Just pure hurries and pure chaos coming from Mr. Garrett. So leave your comments on that below, and let's move into the final segment of this video. Keep doing that. The defense. I don't know why I said it like that. The run defense was absolutely atrocious, and I mean abso-freaking-lutely atrocious. So in total, there was 217 rush yards allowed between the two backs of Chubb and Kareem Hunt. That amounted to 5.6 yards per carry, meaning for every two carries they got a first down, meaning there was no actual resistance if they chose to just run it down our throats the entire game. That was just their play calling on the other side, choosing to put the ball in Jacoby Brissett's hands. That was on them. I'm not here to analyze their play calling, but I'm smart enough from my room to see that that was a mistake that they made. But also, they had 3 20-plus yard runs, and the most astonishing stat that is just like, come on, this is what's most damning about it. They ran for 11 first downs, meaning they were in positions, short yardage positions, or positions that were so manageable on the field in terms of down and distance, that they were able to run to convert 11 different times. That's 11 third downs that the Panthers were not. That's 11 third downs they were not allowed. That they did not hold on. That they were not able to actually make a stop on. And this wasn't this wasn't anybody getting mossed. This wasn't a receiver making a great play. This was just man on man. Their line and their guys are better than ours. And that just kills me, man. And like I need Brian Burns just isn't enough. Brian Burns isn't enough. And if you're watching this, just know I have a video coming later on down the line, and I'm going to get into why I'm so disappointed in Mr. Derrick Brown, our first-round draft. Like, where is this guy? What exactly is he good at? What does he do? Because 217 yards doesn't read for having a perennial potential Pro Bowler, All-Pro D tackle or something like that. We don't allow that. Come on, man. We can't allow that. That's coming up later on. So the run defense is atrocious. Burns, he has a lot of over pursuits. It's not what we need it to be. And yeah, man, that was a big letdown for me. So that was the final segment of this video. You all let me know what you thought about the game below. Especially in terms of this segment. What did you think about the run defense? What can we do to improve? Are there any excuses? Because I darn sure didn't see any. You all let me know below, and I'll get back to you in the comments. But until then, I'm Jamario Rashad. I appreciate you all taking your time to watch this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, because I'm trying to get monetized, and I truly appreciate it. But until next time, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.